Okay, our next topic is the plants as indicators for the groundwater. As you know, we have to discuss in detail the plant indicator topic in the UPSC mains. So, plants indicate the many different types of the situations in the environment. This time, we will study that which plants are there, which shows that there is a presence of a groundwater. Okay, if you have any difficulty in studying the botany optional for the UPSC examination, you can WhatsApp us on this particular mobile number and we can communicate at any time in relation to the botany optional questions and answers only. Okay, so let's see, this is your syllabus. We are dealing with the paper number 2 and the chapter number 5, that is ecology and the plant geography. Okay, and in this particular chapter we have to study the plant indicators. Okay, so this plant indicator is typically given in the UPSC main syllabus, and we have to do this in very detail because of such questions. Okay, this was asked in the ICS 2019 mains, that you have to name at least the two plants to be the plant indicators and explain their importance in relation to the soil quality. So basically here they are asking you about the soil quality indicator plants. So from this question we can judge that the UPSC can go for the any type of question. They can ask you about the water table, they can ask you about the soil, they can ask you about the minerals. Okay, so the plants which are indicating the different types of the things in the different environment, we have to study them in detail. Okay, it's not like that you should know at least five plants regarding they act as a plant indicator, but this is a very broad topic because they can go for the individual plant group as well. For example, in previous years they have gone for the algae as an indicator. Okay, so we have to study the algae, bryophyta, pteridophyta, or the gymnosperm or the angiosperms as an indicator plants separately. And then we also have to go for the different kinds of their application, whether they are indicating the some typical type of the soil quality, or whether they are indicating the groundwater, whether they are indicating the minerals, whether they are indicating the some kind of gold. Okay, so from all of this angle we have to study this particular topic. Okay, so let us consider, see the first introductory slide. See the perhaps the most outstanding feature of the flora of the desert in relation or the lack of relation to the water table. Now see, whenever you see the desert flora, as you know, when we talk about the desert, the first thing come to our mind is that there is a water scarcity. Okay, water is always present in a scarcity in the desert area, but in the desert area still there is a presence of the flora. Various kinds of the plants are there in that particular desertic area, but all of them do not act as a plant species to indicate the groundwater, because you know majority of the time some of the deserts have the some kind of a rainwater, although it is very low in quantity, but still there is a rain. Okay, below centimeter rain is there, but some of the species are only dependent on that particular rainwater and they are not dependent on the groundwater. So we have to distinguish here that whatever the flora is present in the desert, it may have a relation with the water table or it may not have the relation with the water table. So every species, one thing should be clear with you is that not every species in the desert is indicating the water. In general, what we will say that some kind of a plant species if present there, it must be the presence of water. That is why the species is present there. But this is not true, okay? Because the water are of different kind. There are rainwater, there is a groundwater, right? Groundwater and rainwater are two different things. Groundwater is present below the ground, while the rainwater is showering from the above. So we have to search for such a plant species which are showing the groundwater and which are not dependent on the rainwater. So not every species which is present in the desert is a indication of the groundwater or presence of the groundwater, because majority of the species of the plants are there which do not have any connection with the groundwater, because they are simply completing their life cycle by using the rainwater. Okay, so you should have clear distinction between these species, that not all of the species are showing the presence of groundwater in the desert. Okay, now see, plants which are adapted to the extreme economy of water, right, and which depends on the rain that occur after the long intervals for their scanty water supply and maintain themselves nearly in a dormant condition, such a plants are considered as xerophytes. As you know, when you talk about the desertic plants are majority are xerophytic in nature because they always face the scarcity of water and they are typically dependent on the rainwater or the groundwater for their survival. So whenever there is a rain, which is in very small quantity, of course, by using that particular rainwater, they are completing their life cycle. And such a plants which remain dormant for maximum period of the year and they become active during the rainy season, such a kind of a plants are called as the xerophytic plant. And these plant shows the remarkable adaptability towards the extreme dry conditions, extreme low water quantities. They are very well adapted to such conditions. Okay, so throughout these plants which are present, the present in the desert, we have to sort out such plants which are actually indicative of the groundwater and not for the rainwater. Okay, so we are generally not going for the xerophytic plants here. We are only going for the plants which are xerophytic in nature, but they are indicators of the groundwater. They should not have any relationship with the rainwater. Okay, now see, the plants that feed on the groundwater are fairly definite. This is very important. Okay, this point will be the core of your answer, because there are some plants. Now observe in this particular picture, you will see many different types of the plants which are present in the into this particular desert. Okay, now all of these plants are not indicators of the groundwater, but some of them are fairly definite and well organized group of the desert region which are showing the presence of a groundwater or the groundwater table. And there is a less definite group as well in the humid region where there is a water supply from the other sources are very abundant. So there are some plants which are present in the humid region which are taking the water from the atmosphere, which are taking the water from the rain, and such a kind of a plants are not the part of the indicator plants for the groundwater. But there is a fairly a definite class of the plants which is there, which is typically dependent on the groundwater only. So these kind of a species can be act as a groundwater indicator. So here you can understand there are some plants, some definite plants are there which are totally dependent on the groundwater, and wherever there is a groundwater, these plants will definitely grow there. So this type of a plant species can act as a indicator for the groundwater. If you see that particular species growing somewhere, that definitely means there is a water in the ground. Okay, without the groundwater, these plant species will not grow there. Okay, so in a desert, whatever the plant species are there, majority of them are less definite, and some of them are fairly definite, and we should go for this fairly definite group, which is totally dependent or maximally dependent on the groundwater, and they do not use other source of the water for their completion of their life cycle, or simply they are not having this ability to have water from the other sources, but they are maximally dependent on the groundwater. Now see, the evidence that the plants of the certain species possess the groundwater habit or the other species do not possess it, maybe the root habit. Now see, here the one important term is there which is called as the groundwater habit or the root habit. Now see, those are plants which are typically dependent on the groundwater, they show this type of the habit. Such a type of habit is called as the root habit or the groundwater habit, because these kinds of a plant which are totally dependent on the groundwater, they are partially they are showing the some different types of the characteristics. For example, they are showing the very long roots in order to serve the water in the ground. So whatever the water is there within the ground, these particular plants will grow long roots to in search of that particular water. So there are sufficient evidences that there is a plants which are showing the groundwater habit or the root habit in search of the water which is present in the water table. Okay, now see, the root habit of the different species is showing their relation or the absence of the relation with the ground table, and showing their ability of some species to send the roots to the great depth. For example, the species which is dependent maximally on the groundwater, they are having the very long roots. Okay, very long roots are there, and these long roots can penetrate deep into the ground in search of the water. So, though whatever the plants which are showing the groundwater habit or those plants which shows the great roots or the root habit, such a plants can be fall under the category as a plant indicator for the groundwater. And that is why not every plant within the desert have the long roots. Okay, maximum plants or the small plants which are there in the uh, desertic region, they are having the very small roots. So such a plants are not indicative of the groundwater, but those are plants which shows the groundwater habit or the root habit and having the very long roots in search of the water, they are definitely the species which are indicator of the groundwater. Okay, now let us consider the two examples regarding this, which are having such a kind of a characteristics. Now you know that the species which have the groundwater habit are actually the plants which are showing the presence of the groundwater. Now the very first species you should understand here is the Euphorbia caudicifolia. It belongs to the Euphorbiaceae family, and this is the picture of this particular plant. And the second plant which belongs to the this particular plant category, plant indicator category for the groundwater, is the Acacia senegal. This is the Acacia senegal. Both of these plants are plants examples are taken from the India. Okay, there are maximum plants are there throughout the world which are showing the presence of the groundwater, but we have to take the examples from the India. Both of these plants are found in the India, and these are plants where typical in showing the groundwater. Okay, as the Euphorbia caudicifolia belongs to the Euphorbiaceae, Acacia senegali it belongs to the Fabaceae family. Okay, both of these plants shows the groundwater presence at the 12 to 18 meters below the ground. So presence of these plants, that literal means there is a groundwater at the 12 to 18 meters below the ground. So whenever you find such a kind of plant in the desert, in the Indian desert specifically, below that 18 to 12 meters, if you take 18 to 12 meters, definitely there will be the water table. So both of these species are the plant indicators for the groundwater. Okay, so in the mains examination, if they ask you about the plant species which are showing the presence of the groundwater, this will be the two examples which are very important to be mentioned in the mains examination. Okay, in order to get the complete marks. All right.